Hey folks, welcome back. Another catch up with Brad Welburn. I am a LSB Sports Information Director, and it's baseball time. Talking baseball time again. As we got Coach Stuart back again another week. Stu Baby is here. We're not messing with anything. We're just gonna keep it back. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it the way it is. You know, baseball's superstitions and things like that. So we're just gonna leave it like it is. But we do have a new player. Dalton is here. If you haven't seen him on the Twitterverse over the past few days, I don't know where you've been. He's been all over the place. We'll talk about some of the stuff that he did over the weekend in just a minute. But Coach, wow. I mean, that was. Unfortunately, we had softball at home this past weekend as well, so I was split between the two places. But obviously, I got to watch and keep up with the stats and everything. But what an incredible weekend! And I heard from a couple of folks that it was maybe over the span of the whole weekend some of the best baseball that LC has played that they can remember, certainly in recent years.
It's definitely a great weekend for the Wildcats. We started off on Friday night with a 15-inning marathon game.
First of all, have you in your career ever been a part of something like that?
Never. It was awesome. It was down 3-0. Had to fight our way back in it. Tied up in the bottom of the ninth. And then they hit a go-ahead home run, I think, in the 13th. Yeah. Had to score another one in the 13th, and then finally get the bases loaded. With nobody out, and Christian Vandergrift, who had been hot all game long, had 4 hits that day, drove in the winning run with a ground ball up the middle, and our dugout just exploded, and it really set the tone for the momentum carrying forward for the rest of the weekend. Yeah, and obviously that big win like that, and you think maybe Concordia might have been a little bit shell-shocked losing like that in such a big, but there was no doubts about that first game on Saturday when Dalton came out and did what he did. So you haven't been a part of a 15-inning game like that. Have you ever been a part of something like a no-hitter that happened on Saturday? Never coached in a no-hitter either, so that was a first. 2 firsts in one weekend. Big deal. Yeah. It was awesome.
So let's talk to the guy who did it. Dalton, again, you've heard this a ton of times since Saturday, but congratulations again. Second no-hitter in LC baseball. James Hall threw the first one several years ago, and now you do what you do after that big game on Friday, and then you come out on Saturday, and I know you told me that your fastballs are working, the slider. I mean, it was just things kind of fell in place for you.
Yeah, definitely. After the game Friday, I didn't hit like I wanted to, but we ended up winning, so that's all I care about. Right. I mean, I'll take an O for any day if we get the win. But I really wanted to come out and set the tone and contribute my part the next day.
Right. So and so talk about that a little bit, because you're one of the guys and I think maybe the only guy on the pitching staff that kind of has to maybe compartmentalize a little bit to what you're doing on the mound, and how do you keep that separate from what you're trying to do at the plate and not let it affect, like you said, you went over in Friday and then come back out on Saturday and you're in the lineup and you're batting and you're pitching. I mean, it just your mind is a lot of different places during a game.
Yeah, I just try not to I try to let each half inning be its own half inning. Like if I'm pitching for that half inning, I just let it, just focus on that. Right. And then if I'm at my at-bats, I just try to, make quality at-bats for the team. And if I don't do it, then it stays in the dugout. It doesn't come back out on the mound with me.
Yeah. Well, because we could talk about the no-hitter for hours probably, just because it was, it was the first one in several years. It was your first one, obviously. It was the first one for the Wild. It was the first series win over Concordia, that win there. But, what does it mean to you as a player, as a person, to have that success against a ranked team like that?
It felt really good. The countless hours of putting in work, just even from high school to now, you're constantly trying to get to the point where you can do something like that. So, just all the running that Coach Stu has us do, and, all the throwing and all that, it finally it all just comes around.
Yeah, paid off with the no-hitter, ASC Pitcher of the Week, D3 Team of the Week, and probably the most prestigious of all, the golden boots.
Yeah. The specialists, they gave me the honorary golden boot recipient of the week, so that was definitely the highest honor I've ever received.
All right, well, guys are back at it again this weekend as they head over to Longview to play a really good Laterno team. And we were talking yesterday, just around the gazebo, about how the game plan is going to be different in a lot of ways from what we saw against Concordia to what you're going to see this week against Laterno. So can you talk about that?
Yeah, Laterno's a very good team. Very good, very well coached. Coach Harris does a phenomenal job with those guys every year. And, we're going to have to be prepared to play many different styles of baseball. They have 4 guys in their lineup that have multiple home runs. They'll bunt in any situation, lay down a drag bunt, they'll lay down sacrifice bunts, and they're not going to beat themselves defensively. They make the routine plays. They're a very quality opponent, and we have to go to them. The week got shortened a little bit. Now we're going to play our games on Thursday, Friday versus Friday, Saturday, and that's a challenge we'll have to overcome. We don't worry about the things we can't control, such as the weather, having to do that. And our guys are ready. We just got to stay focused on what we have to do, play fundamentally sound baseball, get quality starting pitching, timely hits, and play good defense, and the outcome will take care of itself.
Right, yeah. Well, team's definitely on a roll right now, riding the high of the big weekend against Concordia, and we didn't even really talk about it, but Monday win over Champion Christian as well, 13-3. That was a late add to the schedule because of rainouts and things like that. So the guys are really playing well. Pitching's doing its job with Dalton, Robbie, and Buchanan and all those guys. Vadrine threw fantastic in that 15-inning game as well.
6 innings out of the bullpen.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
So things are really doing what they're supposed to. I feel like for right now. But keep it locked to our social media and our website. Links to watch those games. Like you said, Thursday and Friday this week. They moved them up. Will be available via Laterno and the sports information crew over there, so you can watch the games and keep up with them and how they're doing in Longview. So, Stu, baby.
Brad.
Thanks for coming in.
Loved it.
Dalton, appreciate you. Congratulations again. Thank you for watching. Cat Chat. We'll see you next time.